by Kenan ATEŞGÖZ and Deniz. I believe Kenan will be doing the presentation.
Simge, merhaba. Hello to everyone for coming. I'm just trying to share my presentation.
Okay. Kenan, you have 10 minutes, and I will try to remind you that you have 2 minutes left when the time comes.
Thank you. First of all, to be a part of this brilliant organization again is an honor to me. So I am so happy to be here. I am gonna share with you our study with my advisor. Last year, I finished my dissertation, PhD dissertation. And this study can be taught as an outcome, I mean, originating from that dissertation. So what we done here is we developed a scale which measures, I mean, consumption motivations and gratifications of the news within the scope of uses and gratification theory. So I am gonna tell you how we went to the last part of the study. So I am just gonna start with the introduction, then purpose. I am gonna mention method, findings, and last but not least, discussion and results. Why do we consume news was our research question. That's why we thought that we need to make a limitation to to answer this question, because as you know, we are living in a new media era. In the meantime, also we have, I mean, in the traditional meaning, TV, radio, and newspapers too, which doesn't have any digital background or internet-based technologies, you know. So that's why we went to people and we asked them what were the mostly used media tools by them when they consume news. That's why we made such a limitation in the study. Also, it's because new media is related to young generation, I mean to Web 2.0 users especially. That's why we wanted to limit our study in that sense too. That's why we went to university students, I mean in studying in Eskişehir Technical University and Anadolu University. After summarizing all the story, let me start with the purpose. The purpose of the study, as I said before, to develop news consumption motivations and a gratification scale. For this purpose, we went to 869 students, and we made a pilot study and we made a main study. We shared the studies into two different parts. And yeah, this scale is composed of 27 items, which are 7-point Likert type measure. Just a second. Motivation and satisfaction of participants' news consumption. And as I said before, it's because we made a limitation about the media tools. These items just only about YouTube, Instagram, news site, and digital newspapers. And as I said before, theoretical structure is based on the uses and gratifications theory. In the scale, we obtained a 5-factor structure, which are entertainment and relaxation, reliability, technical opportunities and convenience, prosperous and optional context, and active participation. Entertainment and relaxation subscale is composed of 5 items. Reliability subscale is composed of 4 items. And each one of the other scales is composed of 6 items. We went 6 stages through 6 stages during our study. As I said before, in the first period, we limited our media tools, and then we created an item pool, which includes the motivations and reasons why people are using and consuming news. And we made a focus group interview, and we interviewed target audience too. And we went for expert opinion, and then we did a pilot study and the main study after these periods. I am just gonna skip this part because as I already mentioned the limitation of the media tools. So I am skipping here. For the first questionnaire, we go through 4 stages, and 6 items were developed to get information about demographic profile, and 4 items were created to determine media tools mostly used in news consumption preferences. And then in the expert opinion part, working experts in the measurement and evaluation field, and an expert in the field of communication methods, and 3 experts in the communication and media studies were interviewed too. As a result, 2 items were removed and the items were changed formally. And in the trial part, we again went to the students, 5 students, and then it was seen that all the items and expressions in the questionnaire were understandable. The students said that it is understandable. That's why, and we thought that all the items are necessary in the questionnaire. And then in the last part, we did examining the psychometric properties of the questionnaire. In order to reveal the validity of the questionnaire, content and face validity were carried out with expert opinions. And then internal consistency coefficient was used to test the reliability of the questionnaire. It was found that the content and face validity and the reliability were sufficient enough. In the first questionnaire, we asked 2 students that which are the most used media tools you use. They said that they mostly use, I mean, at the top, it's the smartphone they mostly used, and the second most used one was computer, and the third one was TV. And when it comes to news consumption, they said that YouTube is the first one for them in news consumption, and the Instagram became the second most used one, and the third one was news site. It is because there is a, you know, in terms of the ratios, it is because digital newspaper and news sites, they were so close to each other. That's why we combined them with the, I mean, news sites and digital newspaper. We make them one in our scale. We use them together because also when we talk to the students or I mean audiences, they were so confused with the distinction between digital newspaper and news sites. That's why this was another reason to combine them.
You have about 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay, then I need to go so faster.
Thank you.
Let me show you the full scale we obtained. at the end of the study. In the first period, we had totally 41 items in the scale, and then after that, after exploratory factor analysis and confirmatory factor analysis, the number decreased to 27 items that I am going to show now. This is the structure that we obtained at the end. According to structure, we have a 5-factored structure, and in the technical opportunities and convenience part, we have 6 items. In the entertainment and relaxation factor, we have 5-factor. Prosperous and optional content parts, we have 5-factor again. Active participation, active participation, we wrote it double times, so sorry for that. Active participation, we have again 6 items, and in the reliability factor, we have 4 items. So this is the structure we obtained. As you see, the factor loads are quite high. I mean, they are all around 9. I mean, they are higher than, at least I can say, 60, 0.60, 0.70, which is accepted so high in the literature, actually. So what can I say? Okay. As a result, according to the News consumption motivations obtained in the current study and other studies in the literature, we can say that audiences actively incline to news content in order to satisfy their needs. And also, there are some similar motivations that audiences can obtain, you know, in the news consumption period. But these motivations can vary, you know, from technological possibilities, from technological tools to, I mean, according to tools, actually. And as a result, it can be said that the uses and gratifications approach continues to exist in accordance with the new media technologies, confirming the idea that news and important media content is consumed with certain motivations by the audience, because there are some criticizing, you know, about the uses and gratifications theory. I mean, saying that the adaptation of the gratifications, uses and gratifications theory to the new media failed, something like that. But in the reality, actually, uses and gratifications do exist in new media term too. And I mean, this is the all result I can say. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Kenan, thank you very much. I know it's very difficult to summarize your findings from your dissertation. But yeah, thank you for your study. Thank you for sharing it with us. And we can move on to the next presentation, if that's all right.
Can we ask questions, Hocam?
Yes, of course.
Simge Hocam?
Burak Hocam, if that's okay, can we leave them at the end of the session? Or maybe you can write them in the chat box directly to Kenan.
Okay, I will wait. I will wait for the end of the presentations.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.